When you are with God and you are right in the middle, in the center of the will of God, it doesn't matter where you're at. You can be in the Philippines or in China or in Afghanistan, or you can be in Europe, wherever God you may be today. It doesn't matter as long as you know this is where God has placed you today. You are secure. And so now the security you can sense, and you can also see the maturing of the faith of Abraham here. It's no longer, no, I got to make sure I'm secure. I have to make sure I have everything set for my future. He says, wherever you go, I'll be on the other side. That's fine. God's going to take care of us. I don't know if you're in that situation today. Listen, you don't have to stress over things because God's going to take care of you. He has your back. He has you in the palm of His hands. He's going to take care of you. And we don't have to try to manufacture or fabricate things. Oh, Lord, I need to start this business. Oh, I need to do this, Lord. Oh, I need to get into this relationship. Oh, I need to... Here we go again. And then we end up in a mess. Guess who we blame? For the mess we created. We blame God. And say, Lord, why did you allow this to happen? Well, you got yourself in the mess. Verse 10. Lot lifted up his eyes and saw that the Jordan Valley was well watered. Now, the choice was left or right. It wasn't going to Sodom. But because Lot saw that it was like the land of Egypt. Look at that. Like the land of Egypt. And here's the thing. Lot was already out of Egypt, but Egypt was still inside Lot. And that's the dangerous thing. That you today, God has saved you out from the worldly system. Watch out that the world doesn't remain in you. And so he's out of Egypt, and yet he looked at the land of Sodom and Gomorrah and says, it's like the land of Egypt in the direction of Zoar. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? And then look at the verse. He chose for himself. No indication that he inquired of the Lord. He says he chose for himself because he saw. And here's the thing. It's interesting how the progression happened. The verse before that, it says he looked, and then he chose, and then he pitched his tent. He looked, he chose. So look meaning just you're just peeping, you're just checking it out, right? And then now you've made a decision in your heart. And that decision in your heart is now executed by you pitching your tent there. And that's how compromise works. You just look. You just check, that looks fun. Bible says sin is pleasurable for a moment and for a season. Only for a season. But the harvest there is your destruction. And so he looks. And then not only does he look, he now makes a decision. Maybe I can just live there and it won't hurt me. I can still live as a Christian boy, even in the midst of all that. I don't have to, I can stay as close to the boundary line as I can. And then, soon enough, he's pitching his tent right in Sodom. You see, some of us here are treading on dangerous grounds. You're right on the edge. You're thinking, no, Lord, I'm a Christian. I have my accountability group. I have my friends. See, the question is not how close can we be by the edge, but it's how far I can go. Because it's the position of your heart saying, Lord, I don't want to do anything that is close to hurting and offending you. It's not about, Lord, okay, look at me. I'm right on the edge. I'm at the fence. And I'm still not sinning. But it's, Lord, I don't want to do anything. It's more of a posture of the heart. It's not even a legalistic rule. You don't even see that line. But how did Abraham, what was the decision-making process? He decided by faith. Lot decided by what he saw. Abram chose and decided by what God said. Lot decided by what he saw. And that's what the Bible says, right? That we live by faith and not by sight.